Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual festive staff Teahead competition. If you don't know, every year we like to set challenges for our team members at the Tea House to see who is going to be crowned the Teahead Champion of the Year. We ask people to volunteer and we're very grateful to all those who kindly stepped up to take part in these games. And this year is different from previous years because this year we've got quite a big gap in experience between the contestants. From somebody who has taken part in these games for quite a few years, never won from my recollection, but taken part in lots of these competitions, and then other contestants who are relatively new in their tea journey and have not been working with us for too long, including a couple who have basically very, very little experience in tea, only started working a few months ago. Let's introduce them all to you.
Hi, I'm Sam, here at the tea competition. We take no prisoners. On Smash This Comp, there are no prisoners in the world of taste.
Hello, this is Martina. I'm going to be playing this Guess the More Expensive Tea. Hopefully I win. Let's find out.
Hello. Don't expect much from us because we've only been here since September.
I'm Fran.
I'm Daphne.
And we're the social media team here. We're the newbies.
We're here for comic relief.
All right, first, is this okay? Is my hair okay? Hi, guys. This is Adrian. I'm not gonna drink these teas and guess these teas like everybody else did. I am gonna base my choices on hard evidence based on years and years of don't laugh behind there, based on years of research and hard work, right?
And so we've got a very interesting mix. We've got Sam and Martina who have been working with us for a while, but are relatively new in their tea journey and have never taken part in these games before. Then you've got the ultra experienced Adrian, who has been on many videos and has taken part in many of these competitions and kind of knows the way that, you know, my mind works when it comes to creating these games. And then we've got pretty much the total noobs in Daphne and Fran, who are working in our social media department. They basically are our social media department, and they've only been working with us for a few months, but they have had the privilege, I would say, of having one-to-one lessons with me about tea to try to build up their knowledge from practically zero. And so it's a really interesting mix, and we put Daphne and Fran together because I think that it wouldn't be fair to sort of set them these games and these challenges in isolation. So let's move into the competition itself. The way that this competition is going to be run is very, very simple. There are 3 rounds. In every round, I present the contestants with 2 teas that are pretty much the same tea, very, very similar teas. And I'm just asking them which one do they think is the most expensive. Of course, they can talk to me about their tasting notes and what they think the tea is, but that's not what scores the points. What scores the points is if they can guess, educated guess or total guess, which tea is most expensive. Right, let's go into round 1.
This is number 1. That's number 2.
Oh, geez. A black tea? I'm thinking it's a Jin Jun Mei, one special grade and one not so special grade.
T1 looks a bit brighter compared to T2. It looks a bit more dark and a bit more roasted. I'm immediately thinking either an oolong or a black tea. Probably oolong. Can smell it. Yeah, definitely oolong.
I think it's oolong, but I don't know. It could be a black. I don't know.
Tea number 2 looks a bit more nicer, but that doesn't necessarily mean more expensive. Tea number 1 looks a bit beaten down, no? A little bit of more harsher leaves, a bit more character, I would say. I prefer how tea number 1 looks, but when it comes to expenses, it's always like the looker usually gets the better points.
So I guess I'll start with number 1. It's a very good place to start. I think I was on the right track with the Jingjiu Mei, but there's a lot of sweet fragrance going on with this one and a lack of minerality. I shall now do number 2. A lot more darker notes on this tea, but getting into more, forest jam notes.
Let's have a little sniff of T1. Oh, wow. That is very different to dry leaf. It's like black currant. Smells really good, actually. Let's see T2, what it's saying. Very similar smell. But a bit more herby, a bit more earthy, like dried apricots. This is more of like a prune. So similar dried jam, but very, very different yet very similar. In my head already, T1 is ringing a bit of bells for me. We'll see.
That's not a leaf. This one's a stronger scent.
Yeah.
You have to like be like a dog to get.
Sniffing like Adrian.
Whoo! Okay. I think they're Milanxiang or pomelo. Maybe. But they smell very Dancong-y.
Oh, that is a little bit fruity.
It has a familiar smell, like grape flavored candies. I don't know what's supposed to be like expensive or not, so we're kind of just winging it.
As you can see, I'm doing it as a pro, not like the beginners.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, hey, hey.
Ay, ay, ay.
Damn. Okay, they're not Milanxiang. I think they're pomelo or something else. Yeah, pomelo. This one has crazy notes when it comes to high notes. Ooh, perfume, crazy, flower, bouquets, insanity, but very high notes. This one has deeper notes. Based on my first impression, number 1 is more expensive. But I always do this thing where I choose the one I like more rather than the one I think is more expensive.
Tasting number 1. Oh, maybe it is then. So, if it is a black tea, it's one of the most oolongiest black teas ever.
T1. Color is quite bright. Quite orangey. I'm seeing amber. T2. Maybe a little bit darker actually, but we'll see. All right, moment we've been waiting for. Let's try them out. Very bright. Has a slight astringency to it, but it's very pleasant. Oh wow. T2, very sweet. Very sweet, very a bit more deeper and comforting. This one's brighter, more energizing. Oh gosh.
I like how crisp this one is. Super crispy.
Are you thinking a bit soapy? In a good way.
Oh, soapy.
Dawn says soap sometimes.
Soapy. Try number 2. That felt high. This feels low. I don't know if that's a flavour note, though.
Thinking like mountain,
Oh, yeah.
and as this is ground. Yeah, if I were to pick just for likeness, I would say number 1. But
But it's not about favourite, right?
No.
It's not about favourite.
and we probably don't have the most refined taste.
When it comes to expensive, there's a few things, I guess. How many infusion it lasts, which one has a stronger character. And what I mean by character is it's the nuance of the tea is not just as a nice refined taste in your mouth. It has a lot of like disclaimer. I'm a little bit sick, so if I don't win this, it's because I'm a little bit sick and the other people just guessed. I don't think I need a second brew. I'm gonna choose number 1 as the most expensive. It's vaporous. It's kind of like if you take this tea and you put it in one of those sprays and you spray it in your mouth, it's just like it's full. It makes your mouth full of all the tasting notes. I mean, this even looks nicer. I said at the beginning it looks a bit rougher, but look at those colors. It's just like it's everywhere. It's like a rainbow. This is just green. Oh, nice, but just green.
There's a bit more red on number 1. The wet leaves look prettier on number 1. And it's giving me pause for thought on whether number 1 might be more expensive just on the leaf. As I'm looking at it now, I think there might be a little bit more charchi, like the oil that appears on the top. I think there might be a tiny little bit more on number 2.
Oh, and these ones are small and smaller and a bit red at the edges. So does that mean it's bruised?
Yeah, I think I remember us talking about the bruising and the processing.
The game is to test which one is more expensive. I'm going to say 2 because it's more balanced.
I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to my intuition. T1. That's the more expensive tea.
What are you going to say?
Well, we have to say it together.
Okay. 3, 2,
Well,
1. Just say it one. Point at one. What do you think? Okay, so
Wait, so that doesn't have to be our final decision.
yeah, it doesn't have to be a final decision. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Phew. We agreed.
I feel like it's wrong.
If I know one thing from the years and years of doing this, it's like always go with the first gut instinct rather than thinking too much about it and then, second guessing yourself and going the other way. Number 1.
It was a Dancong. There you go. And it's Old Bush pomelo flower. 63 cents per gram. Pomelo flower Dancong Old Bush, which probably was the expensive one. There it is. Pomelo flower Dancong Young Bush. 35 cents per gram. So it's hot. I was wrong. Completely.
T1 is pomelo flower, Dancong still, Old Bush, 0.63. So I got it. Yes. I'm very proud of myself.
And this is the... Did we get it right? Oh my god, we got it right!
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Look at us with one brain cell.
Pomelo flower dance song.
6063.
Pomelo flower dance song. At least I got the type. I'm not a complete, loser. 0.35! Whoa! And you know what? That wasn't based on luck. Just can't stress that enough. I'm not like the rest of them.
Okay, so well done to Martina, well done to Adrian, and well done to Daphne and Fran. Sam didn't get this one. This was difficult. In fact, all of the rounds in this competition are particularly difficult this year because there's only 3 rounds. I really wanted to make it challenging. And I should also say that none of the teas that I present in this competition are Mayleaf teas. So there's no way that any of the team member could have prior experience tasting these teas. These are all samples. And we had here 2 samples of pomelo flower honey Dancong. And they're both good teas, both actually very good teas. One from Older Bush, more expensive compared to the other. And the Older Bush Dancong has much more of a bright, punchy, pushy aromatic profile compared to the other tea, which was more muted in terms of its aromatics, albeit still very aromatic, but more muted. And as Sam pointed out quite correctly, I think, has a more broad spectrum of aromatics. And so the trick here really is that if you watch some of my videos, sometimes I say that teas that are very just aromatic forward, I consider to have a tendency to be less high quality compared to teas that are balanced, because of the fact that teas can be manipulated to bring out very strong aromatics, but really the true judge of a tea is through the complexity of the nose and the taste across the whole spectrum from highs to mids to lows. And so I think that that's what was sort of like running through Sam's head when he was making his selection. Because on the face of it, if you gave those 2 teas to anybody, they would be able to pick out that the older bush tea was very punchy in terms of aromatics, more punchy and more bright than the other tea. But when you tasted the older bush tea also carried with it a lot of weight and a lot of complexity and a lot of minerality. And the younger bush tea, because, in my opinion, the leaf material wasn't as of such high aromatic quality as the older bush tea, the producer has roasted it a little bit more. And that's often a trick that's used, it's a method that is used to try to bring more into a tea, to try to push a tea and to accentuate more balance and more richness in a tea, is roasting it. And that's great, but oftentimes the roast is used to try to raise the quality of a tea which isn't as high a quality. And when you have these great material coming from great old bushes that just are just rich in aromatics anyway, then there's a tendency to treat them with a little less roast because you don't need to add more to the tea. And so it's a sort of a little trick here. And it's one of those things that, this is one of those interesting things around tea knowledge, is that sometimes having more knowledge can sort of make you play yourself a little bit. You know, the more knowledge you have, the more you're able to fool yourself. And I think that that's what's happening with Sam. He was overthinking a little bit in terms of, oh, but I should pick the tea maybe that is a little less aromatic, because that, from all the lessons that I've learned, might, depict something that is higher quality. Anyway, let's move on now to round number 2.
2-1.
Oh my word.
2-2.
What are you?
Okay. I'm already liking the look of this one because this is looking like a ripe puerh.
Oh, this is weird.
It's a ripe.
This is a ripe one. They look so similar.
I don't know actually, or is it? It's some puerh.
Wow. You know what? These are beautiful teas. Some of my favorite teas. I think they're called lao chatos or tea heads. Now, best ones of these are some that give the most and strongest buzz and chachi. It will be difficult to assess just based on look, and also there's no, the cleaner it is, I would say the cheaper it is. So I wanted dirt. Excuse me there for a moment. Okay.
Yep, they both smell like old antique wood. Number 1, the look of the leaf, this one has a little bit more purple going on. And number 2 has a bit more red and orange going on. Interesting colors. Very vibrant. Number 2 is very vibrant. I like that. Good sound. Very sweet. This one is more like horses' hoofs and rugby pitches.
It's coming through. I'm getting that funk, that earthy funk that you would usually get from a ripe puerh. Oh, wow. I like that. That is very bright. In a way like clementine. I'm getting a bit of a citrusy smell from that. T1 is deeper, in my opinion. You're getting that rich honey. T2. Wow. That is rounder. This is more sharp. This is a bit rounder. Oh gosh, I'm confused. I thought this is tickling my pickle, but from smelling it, I'm changing my mind a little bit.
We haven't tried any tea like this before.
No. Everyone always talks about nug potion, and I was like, what is that? And then I looked it up. I forgot if nug potions are raw or ripe. But I feel like with this one, it was kind of like the worst is the best.
The more I see action, like moldy action on it, and good mold, not a bad mold, the more I would say is more expensive. Based on first look, again, it's the number one. We'll see. Ooh, the number one. Okay. Number two is like, what should I say? Not mellow. It's like, you know, it's not wild enough. It doesn't have that like, wow, wild side to it. It's nice, chocolatey, nutty. Whoo! Number one's seen some things. I'm just saying. No, it's still crazy. Some people, unfortunately, that don't drink a lot of fermented teas, when they do get it from the first time, they just have this like, whoa, repulsive, like fishy smell. I don't get where it comes from.
This is fishy.
I don't even want to drink it.
Oh, I love it though. I love this.
But after I've researched it a little bit, it's like there's a gene inside you that the more you drink, eat fermented food and teas, the more you get accustomed to it, and the more you don't get repulsed, and you see the chocolate, you see the honey, you see the sugars. It just baffles me. I look at honey and I give to someone, oh, fishy. It's like, are you sure? Honey, dark sugar, crazy.
Yes. Lovely dark brew. It's like a porter.
Look at that. The color difference is insane. So this is T1, T2. You see, look at that, how deep T1 is. If I don't get this, I'm going to be very like upset with myself because this is my favorite tea.
Look how the water changes.
Beautiful color. I'll give them that. Ooh, pretty.
I'm thinking the inkier the better. Ooh, but I'm not sure if that's the way we should think.
I think we need to go off flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Crazy. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Look at the difference in color. Like this, number one that I said is crazy. And look at this one. It's like, this is insane. This is pure coffee, black. And this is more, this is a beautiful color as well, right? What does it mean? What does it mean?
All right, tasting number one. There's almost like an aloe vera lolly thing rolled in there amongst the cream. Feels warm, like it doesn't feel cold at all. Very sweet, and all the refreshment comes at the start, and then the end, it's very smooth. This is a great after a big meal.
Very oily on the tongue. I'm getting a smoky, like a barbecue meat.
Number one. This relaxes me so much.
I'm the opposite. Just the smell, like when you put the cup up to your nose.
Do you know what? This one has a bit of, there's a like bathwater, soapy bathwater.
Okay, number two. It's less sweet at the start. Very reminiscent of wheat bags, hot wheat bags out of the microwave. Whiskey aftertaste without the alcohol, or just like a good single malt where you're tasting the grain. One's more fun. Two is down the line.
I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Very orange peel, zesty, bright, but deep. That's what you're always looking for in a tea, you know, something that's well-rounded. T1 is more cottage in the forest. T2 is more like a fairy's house, if you know what I'm talking about.
Number two. It's lighter. I mean, you can obviously see that in the colour. Oh, I just don't know if that's the rationale we go for.
So you're thinking this one's more expensive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very clean. Very clean. So both of them are very clean. Ooh, it's difficult. I kind of like the smell of this one more, but I like the taste of two more. What does that mean? A friend of mine told me once I have expensive taste, so I will go with my taste.
I don't know if my preference is going to be a bias now. I'm leaning towards T2 being the more expensive one, although this one is more of what maybe somebody's looking for in a ripe puerh.
I'm going to get my fingers in. Ooh, very tight. That's so compact and reddish.
God, this is so. Ugh. I bet this has nothing to do with it, and we're just being idiots.
Why do I like two more? Why do I like the clearer one more? I don't know. It has a bit of perfume that I don't like. It has like a... Oh, I think it's my lip balm. Shit.
Number one is a preference.
So number one more expensive?
Yeah? Where?
I know which one it is. This is the more expensive one.
3, 2, 1. Oh, come on.
I don't know.
Come on, tea gods.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go with my gut. My gut told me at the beginning that the rougher one has more character. It's deeper color. I'll choose number one.
It's not going to be, because this is already 27 a gram. This is Lao Chateau 23 from Menku. That's 27 cents a gram. I'm bad at this game. Got a bad feeling. Lao Chateau 2015 from Meng Hai at 15 cents a gram. I got one win on the board. Gonna take you down, Adrian. Gonna take you down, Marty.
Number two. No! Damn it! 0.15. I got it wrong. What? I knew it was my bias. My bias. Because I prefer this tea. But I did say that this is what people look for in a ripe.
My heart's going now. We're going to get this. Let's see. Oh! We got it! We got it! Oh my god! Oh my god, we got it.
See, our idiot techniques work.
Lao Chateau 2000. 27! I was wrong! Wait, I don't know. G, tell me. 15! Oh my god! That's what happens when you base your choices on pure... And it's not luck, pure skill, boys.
All right, the rounds are becoming more and more difficult. Round number 2, very, very difficult. 2 Lao Chateaus, both excellent. And to be honest with you, this was a matter of taste. Which one did you prefer the most? Because they're both great teas, but they come from different areas. Same year, different areas. You could see the Lao Chateau that was more expensive was smaller nugs. That's often talked about in the world of Lao Chateau, is smaller nugs tend to be, higher grade. I don't particularly agree with that. In fact, I love giant nugs, but it is something that would have been a marker for me. It's like, if I'm just judging it on what people think is a higher price tea, then maybe the smaller nugs would, that would play into my thinking. But for me, the taste of the more expensive Lao Chateau, the taste difference is it had more brightness, had more aromatics, had more of an airy quality to it. It had more of a stretched profile, stretched spectrum of flavors and aromatics compared with the other one that was more muted, deeper, and potentially for some would suit that sort of, I want a ripe tea which is just about comfort. I think that the more expensive tea had a more pronounced complexity and a more pronounced breadth in terms of its spectrum of aromatics. But it was extremely difficult. A very, very, very difficult round. Congratulations to Adrian And congratulations to Daphne and Fran for now getting 2 out of 2. That is very impressive for a couple of people that weren't drinking high quality tea just a few months ago. All right, let's dive in to the final round.
Your favorite tea.
Oh no.
Number 1 and number 2.
Shangs. I think I'm in trouble.
Wow. What a pretty looking tea. Look at that. T1 and T2, very long leaves. What the hell are you?
What? White?
What's
White's tea.
white?
I think.
Oh my god. He hit me with my kryptonite. I haven't been drinking raw puerh like in ages. I know nothing about it.
Number 1. A slightly more consistent coloring on the leaves. Consistently more dark. But there are some interesting lighter parts to it. Before being aged in beautiful places to make tea wonderful. Yeah, some really interesting colors going on this one. Because of the age, the tea on number 2 has it is getting the look of kind of like hairy leather, like hide.
This is giving aged white or a nice raw brushing. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to see. This is a lot more musty. So probably has been aged for longer.
This one has some like little furry bits.
Ooh, interesting.
No, not as much.
Whew. Okay, let's have a look first. Nice. Nice, beautiful tea. Looks great. Both good materials. I like this one. I like this one more. I like number 2 more, based on color. There's again a more variety when it comes to the colors. As you can see, there's a little bit of chestnut notes in there. There's a little bit of more, like a rainbow of puerh. Rather, this you just have a lot of. They're there, but there is more dark, more oxidized, simple notes. If I end up overthinking again, you guys have to like cheer me up, so maybe I can remind myself that I said I like this one more.
Really soft fruits. It's taking me to an orchard. Maybe it's like even an apple orchard. I like the smell of number 1.
Sorry, everybody. Don't look away. Oof. My goodness gracious me. Gosh, that was intense. I'm already like being defeated by this tea. Just with the heated guy one, this is so pungent, so pungent. I'm gonna wait to talk about that one after I've smelled this one. Oh my gosh, that is insane. That is so strong. It's not even like wet leaf. That is such a strong, pungent smell of peaches. This tea one is an insane smell. My gosh.
Oh,
Smells lovely.
this one as well.
It's like a sugared gummy, like the gummies that are rolled in the sugar.
If I guess this one wrong, I just want to say it's because of the lack of professionalism. I've been given 2 tiny guy ones for these types of teas, which you need more space, right?
Same with everyone else.
I know. Wow. Look at that. Look at this thing. What I said. Man, fit. I like the smell of this one. Why? Because it just has a bouquet. It goes all around, right? This one, nice. But there's a bit of a laundry smell in there, which is not bad. but it's kind of like, ooh, why is there laundry in there?
You know how Dawn was talking about feet a lot in that live? It's like a foot after the beach.
These like tea fumes, I'm feeling crazy right now. That's quite brothy and not brothy, but custardy as well.
If I was a raw puerh drinker, I would drink this one. Based on smell. I'm not sure about, oh, it has some deeper complexity in there. There are moments when this smell will give you like what you want in a raw puerh, but this, whoo, if you don't know what I mean by two, go research.
This is like a meal. This is like a dinner. Someone brought a picnic to the apple orchard on that one. It's soft. It's fruity at the start with the apple skins, the cooked apple skins, but it's got depth and subtlety that you don't get with other teas. Probably like the warmest cheng I've ever had.
Sam likes to say that I like to overbrew the teas. Well, we'll see about that when I win this challenge. The colors, T1 is a bit darker, and then T2 is a bit lighter. You can see that. This is very brothy, but it's like a sweet broth. If I was to like put apples in a pot and like cook them in custard, when I breathe in, I can feel the like layer remaining on my tongue.
Number 1. Brothy. Do you know what? Weirdly, tastes like battery. You know, I don't know. I'm getting battery. But not.
Were you one of those kids that licked the batteries?
Whew. Whew. Do you know what? If you make a little bit of foo, it means like something's wrong. So I like the liquor on this one more. Why? Even though there's lighter leaves and there's multitude of color and this has darker leaves, the liquid on this one is more, it looks more thick, it looks more oily. What do you mean thick and oily? It's hard, it's difficult. A honey syrup rather than just water. And this one, yeah. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. Difficult to see through the camera. Okay, I like the liquor on this one more. Why? Even though there's lighter leaves and there's multitude of color and this has darker leaves, the liquid on this one is more, it looks more thick, it looks more oily. Yep, physical. There's a physicality when you drink it.
Now, number 2. Let's see. That bite has a certain smoke to it, but it's really well balanced, that smoke, with the peaches. That's fun. I like number 2. I like them both for different reasons. Number 2, you have before you go out. Number 1, you have any time of day where you want to just like relax. Maybe if it's cold outside, warm up a bit.
This is it, guys. I'm getting anxious. No, I'm probably just getting that tea drunk. Tea leaves, this tea has opened up a lot. Look at that. Whereas this is still a bit smaller. It's starting to get a bit more of that mineral that I was looking for earlier. This tea is very warming in my stomach. I can feel the heat over here.
Oh, this is different. Not battery.
It's cleaner. Which?
I may have already lost, but that's not the attitude we have here at Mayleaf. This is a circle of winners. But in all seriousness, it is a circle of winners because you get to drink tea all day. It's pretty epic.
Do you think the more delicate flavor, the more expensive?
I think Don was saying it's harder to make these very delicate, elegant flavors.
I want to change my mind about the price now. Perhaps it is number 1. With number 1, it's all at the back, at the bottom jaw on the back teeth, which is nice, comforting, relaxing. On number 2, it's all in the soft palate and on the back of the tongue.
One of them sends more needles across your tongue. That's what I mean by physical. If I guess wrong after all of that cockiness.
I'm going to say number 1 is the more expensive of the two.
It's this one. This is the more expensive one. That's what I'm thinking. Wait. I've changed my mind. Because now this one, it tastes stronger now that I've like not drank it in a second. This one now is tasting a little less strong. What do I do? No, I'm gonna stick with my gut. This is the more expensive one.
3, 2, 1.
Why? It said, no, I'm not.
Okay. We're in agreement, right? Come on, 3 out of 3.
Number 2.
So I'm going to open number 2 first. No, it was the more expensive one. Lao Ban Zhang, autumn 2025, $1 and something cents. Oh, that's a big difference. Lao Man. Lao Man E or Lao Man? Lao Man autumn 2025.
Oh, and I don't know. Oh, it's £1 and something. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn it! I knew it! What is wrong with me?
You were about to switch. I was watching you about to switch. Because once the tea cools down,
That's when its true colors come out.
Should we have a look?
Yeah. Okay, we're saying 2. We're sticking with it.
Oh my god, we got 3 out of 3. Oh my gosh.
Lao Banjang. Phew, I guess right. This is Lao Banjang. It's $1 and something. I don't know, but anyway, it's just $1 a cent. Ooh, Lao Man E. I don't know Lao Man E. Money. Anyway, I won. That's 0.44. Of course it is. I mean, it's like, come on. We can't base this on skill and not on guesses.
So the final round, a couple of autumn picked samples from 2025. So fresh Malcha straight from the mountains, one from Lao Banjang and one from Lao Man both highly revered mountains. This is the first time I think any of the peeps, maybe except Adrian, have tasted fresh, raw, puerh Malcha. And this experience of drinking puerh Malcha is very different from drinking tea that has been pressed into a cake. It's when you press into a cake, there's an extra maturation that happens because you're steaming the leaf and then compressing it and drying it. The leaves have more maturity, but there's a rawness in the taste of these puers when they are fresh in and loose in this Malcha form. So I think that brings a level of difficulty to this whole taste comparison. The differences. I mean, first of all, you could see by the picking that the Lao Banjang was a much more fine picking, had more buds, so it was different looking. And, you know, that would have been something that I think if you had presented them to me, I would have sort of just clocked as, okay, that's a point towards that one being the more expensive tea. In terms of the taste, the Lamana was surprisingly smooth and gentle because Lamana is an area which is very well known for being quite a bitter, stringent, physical, punchy, slightly aggressive puer that comes from Lamana. So surprising also the price. The price very, very affordable for a Lao. It's autumn picked, but it's still very, very affordable. But more mellow, more rounded, more caramelled. The Lao Banjiang, less of that rounded nature, more mineral. Lao Banjiang minerality, more bright, more astringent, more physical. And this was one of those cases where the knowledge of people who have learned a lot about raw puerh would have come into play because of the fact that this is not something you may prefer the taste of the rounded, more caramelled one. But if you're just trying to judge two teas and make the decision about which one's going to be more expensive, the focus should always be on mouthfeel and physicality, because mouthfeel and physicality are usually the primary quality markers and the primary markers of what's going to be the most expensive. So you don't want a tea which is just bitter and astringent, but you want a tea with a pronounced physical minerality and a pronounced rockiness and brightness and a pronounced sense of potency and strength after you've swallowed. And of course, it's not really fair because you should sit down and you should have longer sessions with these teas to really get that. But you could certainly experience the difference in that physicality, minerality, and brightness. The Lao Banjiang, super mineral, super bright. The aromatics, much brighter. The aromatics almost, to the point of being like too bright, like bright, jasmine-y, floral. And a lot of people, again, who are sort of, how can I say this? A lot of people who are in that mid stage of learning might, again, they may play themselves and go, but wait a minute. I know that jasmine-y note is not really something that we look for in raw puerh, and it's very sort of aromatic and bright and sort of fresh, and maybe that's not what is the more expensive tea. But that will transform when you steam and press it into something deeper. The Lao Man being very comforting and rounded and more caramelled, great tea. It's going to be less transformation in the steaming. These are all things that I don't expect the team to know, apart from potentially Adrian. So I am not surprised that Sam and Martina didn't manage to get this one, because I do think that this is extremely challenging and starts to move more into an idea of what is a preferred taste profile for the tea. I want roundedness, I want richness, I want smoothness. Whereas I think Adrian was immediately in there, that is physical, that has potency, that is going to be the strong one. So congratulations to Adrian. And again, a big, amazing kudos to Daphne and Fran. They got 3 out of 3 very, very difficult challenges. And I have to say, I think that Sam and Martina, they nailed everything in terms of their descriptions really, really well across all 3, pretty much. I think a lot of the reasons why they didn't get a lot of the answers right is because it played more into this sort of trick of having enough knowledge that you could start to fool yourself, and also having a more, I would say, decisive opinion about which one they liked in terms of the taste, as opposed to focusing on the goal here, which was more expensive. So congratulations to Adrian, congratulations to Daphne and Fran. Really interesting. We've got the total noobs and the most experienced, both getting 3 out of 3, and those that are more on their sort of mid journey in their tea experience, not getting them all correct. But now we've got this tiebreaker. Which one is going to win? So what I asked everybody to do is on the last tee, as you saw, I didn't give the full price, and I left a couple of digits with question marks, and I asked people to give me their guess of what those last 2 digits were. Closest to the actual price wins. Let's see who the winner is.
Okay, so now because it's a tiebreaker, you need to guess what the last 2 digits are on that La Banjang, and whoever's closest with.
Son of a...
Shall we go like kind of in the middle-ish?
I'm not going to do a 4
No.
because that's bad luck kid Chinese.
Oh. Shall we just go kind of smack dab in the middles?
Let's go over $1.50, 17, 157.
157.
I based everything on skill.
Just get on with it.
And now they're asking me to guess, and it's a tiebreaker with guessers. So clearly the guessers are good at guessing. I'm not. I'm good at skill. So how can I guess? I'm not a gambler. Ooh. 144.
What we have here is the newest people in the building versus how long have you been here?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
Okay. You all got 3 out of 3. Boiled down to the tiebreaker.
Good.
You guys said $1.57. You said
7. That's a good guess.
44.
That's a good guess.
The actual answer was $1.44.
This is not made up, guys. I swear to God. Fuck.
You said you hated 4s.
Yes! We need to not listen to the
on.
Chinese.
Come on, China girls, where have you been?
So close.
Wow, I can't believe.
So close.
That's crazy.
I can't believe it. 144.
Senseless out.
But do you know what? We have to give it to them. They guessed the all 3 teas, like which was more expensive, and I don't know how they did it. I'll see it in the video, but I respect that. I respect you guys.
But the
definitely.
fact that you did this while you're sick as well, that affects your taste buds.
Oh, you're being too nice to each other.
Being too nice. It's the first time I wanted to win. Let's just put it like that.
You didn't try.
Yeah, the last 5 years I didn't try.
You're doing so well being normal, and now you just lost it all.
So a big congratulations to Adrian. Well done. I think I'm right in saying that that's the first time he's won one of these games in quite a few years of trying. So all the hard work pays off, my friend. You managed to get the win. A very, very difficult competition this year. And well deserved, Adrian. He really did nail every single round. And again, huge congratulations to Daphne and Fran. That's pretty amazing. And big thanks and well done to Sam and Martina. Teahead Champion, Adrian. All that's left for me to say is very, very happy new year to each and all out there. If you're watching this at the time of release, I hope that 2026 is a year that moves you forwards in the most unexpectedly beautiful ways, that you find incredible transformation in your life, and that most importantly, it brings you to a place of pure gratitude for everything and all. A year of inspiration, health, and some of the most amazing teas on the planet. Happy New Year, everybody.
To everybody following at home, watching my segment, you're probably laughing. You're probably asking yourself, why does this man work here? He knows nothing about tea. And the reason is because I'm learning. And that's what we should all be doing. So here is to the new year. I hope that this year just gone, 2025, has been a year of exploration and a year of good cheer and a year of lots of tea. I hope you've learned lots and that you are invigorated for the next year to learn a little bit more and hopefully know more than I do. So cheers to that. Oh, it's a hot brew to take us into the new year.
I hope you have a lovely new year, and hopefully me struggling has put you in a good mood to make a good New Year's resolution to never do this. And thank you so much. See you in the new year. Mwah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Guys, thank you for always allowing us to entertain you, and for always commenting, and for always being part of our Meili family. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual festive... Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our festive... Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual... I can't. Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual Teahead Staff Tea. What am I calling it? Team Staff... Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our Teahead Staff Annual Festive Teahead Staff Competition Games. Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual festive staff tea games. Every year we like to set challenges for our tea house members. Oh my God, no, I'm going to have to do it. Hey Teahead, oh, come on man. Last video of the year, don't screw it up now. Ugh. A competition to see who is going to be crowned our team staff. I don't like the word staff. Teahead versus the relative noobs or people that haven't done this. What? Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf. Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual festive Teahead Staff Games. Every year we like to set challenges for our staff members at the tea house to see who is going to be Hey Teaheads, this is Don from Mayleaf and welcome to our annual festive Teahead Games.